I'm eating berries, people. Praise me. Mind you, I would like to encounter other players and actually see them, but so far, I haven't encountered them on this one yet. But mind you, I've been lucky in some part. But it'd be nice to encounter some players just to either get bashed up by them or just to see them wander about and such. Even just to get their feeling of being chased and being scared and such. Even though, yes, there's a big chance I could lose the dinosaur and such. But again, I'm not fussed. Because I could simply just start over. I also love the fact that you just tap E and that's all it takes. You just tap it and there you go. It's literally just one touch and you just take your hand off it and it drinks itself. All you have to do is just touch the E key once and there you go. Also, I've got to say, they've done pretty well with the dinosaur animations and such. It's not like your simple basic ones. It's actually quite nice and such. Also, I'm reading up things on Deus Dragons as well, that they are updating this and that. At the moment, I haven't seen too much of an update on it. Still haven't got nothing new yet, but I am keeping an eye out for it because I do want to actually see how that progresses and such. Basically, as we all know, that's still going pretty strong and such. The Isle, I will actually have a little check on and see how that's going and such. Maybe that could be my next video. Or my next one after, I don't know, a few days perhaps or something. I don't know. I'll think about it because I did say, I could end up having Final Fantasy on Friday or I may end up with both. But don't hold me to that because just in case things do change and such. Because I do have other video contents on content even on YouTube like. I sometimes would play Sonic, I sometimes would play Ark, I sometimes would play the old retro games, or sometimes I would play the odd sorts. In fact, I'm always looking for like strange, quirky games to play and such. I even play sometimes like Resident Evil and such that. Now, Resident Evil, oh no, that's another one I always enjoy playing, especially the second one. That's always my favourite one. I am looking forward to playing Resident Evil Village when that comes out, but when that comes out, also I've got to make sure I save up for that. So that's my next goal. And the good thing about these games, you can actually literally mellow out with these games and chill and relax. Because it is one of those games that you could just sit down, let's say on a Sunday afternoon, if you ain't got nothing going on a Sunday afternoon. Or let's say you've got nothing going on one of your days off, be it from work or whatever you've got nothing to do, and you just wanted to sit down, mellow out, and you just want to just play something to, to pass time. I mean, this game is definitely one of those games that does that for you, and it's really actually quite nice. I mean, it's not so intense, and that it's actually quite mellow and chill. And I got. Oh wait, I need to get 10 more of them. I thought I got more, but yeah, it's one of those games that you can mellow out with and such. But if you're one for your instant action and such like that, I definitely would say this game doesn't have the instant action sort of thing. I mean, yes, if you get into a fight, I guess it will create some sort of action, but not a complete, like, I wouldn't call it sort of like an instant action where you get proper like PvPs like you would get in, for example, World of Warcraft or what's the other game I'm thinking of? There's another game. It's a famous game. No, not thinking of Fortnite. I mean, yeah, Fortnite is definitely a good example, but no. One where you play as multiple characters. League of Legends. There we go. I mean, it's not anything on that scale. On that, this is one of those type of survival games where you just can mellow out, sit back, let you go to point A to point B, do bits of quests here and there, and move on to the next quest and so forth and so on. Now you're probably thinking, why haven't I not moved on from here? Because I'm waiting for the mushrooms to spawn back, because that's the easy way to get the mushrooms and so forth. And it does make it quite a lot easier to actually get these mushrooms still doing that. I mean, I was actually taught that again by Danny as well. She's actually been teaching me a lot about these games and such. So yeah, another big shout out to her again. And yeah, so I thought I had something else there to say, but yeah, oh no, yeah, about the game, um, yeah, like I said, it's one of those mellow out games that you can just chill out with and such. I do highly recommend if you've got any friends, play it with your friends. But if you want to just play it by yourself, I mean, you can play it by yourself. I mean, look at me, I'm playing it by myself. I mean, yes, if I'm playing with Danny, I'm always guaranteed to have some. Well, actually, some is an understatement. I have huge amounts of fun with her, and I do mean huge amounts because she she makes it a lot funny, especially with some of the stuff that she does with her dinosaur. Like there was one time we were playing this, like the trikes and such. Well, they weren't called trikes; they were called another species of three horns dinosaurs. But either way, she was made look what made one of them look like if it was dancing, and he just went with the music she was actually listening to, and it was just so funny. So yeah, she does really make it that extra entertaining and such. But like I said, if you want those types that want to play it by yourself, I mean, there's no harm in it. I mean, you can actually play this by yourself and be by yourself and actually do your little quests and such. Level up your dinosaur through your quests and so forth. Get your coins to get the skins and such. I will say I haven't actually been doing that because I've been busy with other games. I mean, Ark has been one of those games that I've been addicted to, building stuff on there, trying to do this and that on there. Then there's been other games that I've been wanting to play. You get the gist. I'm more of a part-timer on here, as some people would like to call it. Where you got people who are like veterans, and then you got the elitists, and etc. etc. I need about 6 more of those mushrooms. So, where are you anyway? Or do I have to just... is that there? No, that's the bush. Oh wait, I see something near the rock. I also like the little noise that it makes when you collect them and that. It gives a very nice old retro vibe to it. I've got to say the developers of this game really has done such a lovely job and such like that. I know I said that about a lot of games and such, and it's because I don't have much negative to say about these games and such. And like I said, if I was to do anything negative, it wouldn't be... Well, if there was anything negative about a game that was to be said, it wouldn't be me actually say it. I will leave it to other people to say it because other people have done their reviews and actually said their negative reviews about things. But with me, I just like to look on the positive things and focus on the positive things. However, if there was anything that I was to say, like, negative about a game, it would be mostly, not more of a negative thing, it would be more of me giving a critic on it. Like, let's say, for example, Day of Dragons, for example, I actually said at one point, ooh, that's that done. I said at one point, right, now the next one is to go to Green Valley. Yeah, I said at one point, that the game does feel empty at times. It's better to play with your friends. They need to add a little bit more stuff to actually keep the servers entertained, and etc. and so forth. So, you know, that was me giving a critic, not a negative towards it, because I do actually feel that game has its potential, but at the same time, it still needs a lot to be worked on. But like I said, it does have its potential, and I feel it can get there and such. I would say it just takes a little bit of time. And I'll say to the producers of, you know, games like Day Dragons, and even this game, and all the other dinosaur games and other survival games and such, I'll say keep on doing what you do. Don't give up on what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, but most of all, you know, enjoy what you do. You know, and to the players playing these games, enjoy playing them. You know, just mellow, chill, enjoy playing them. Be it by yourself, with your friends. You know, enjoy. You know, that's what I would definitely suggest. Where with me, I tend to, when I play these games, I tend to enjoy them quite a lot. I tend to mellow out and just go into my like zen moment. In fact, it's a funny thing actually. Sometimes I would actually use my wild imagination and imagine myself as the actual creature itself, and imagine myself being in the actual jungle or forest and that, and wonder what it'd be like to actually be that creature, and even be in that creature's shoes and such. And it is actually quite fun, you know, actually using your imagination that way. Yeah, I know some people can say, "Oh, dude, you begin to sound like a kid" and such like that. And it's like, well, you know, that I'm still young at heart, you know, but even though I'm like 40 years old and such like that, but nothing stopped me using my imagination, you know. So there's no harm in that. But I'm willing to bet there's a lot of adults out there and a lot of people out there that say, "Hey, there's no harm in that." I'll do exactly the same thing because I know when I've spoken to a lot of people when I've actually said about me doing stuff like that, where I still use my imagination to imagine myself in the actual creature's shoes or the character's shoes and stuff. Some have actually gone, you know what, man, I've actually done the exact same thing. And it's not just male players I talk to. I also talk to the female players as well. And most of my friends are female and such. And I do actually talk to them about the games and such. And a lot of them have actually said, you know, similar stories to what I said, but also strongly stated their opinions as such. I mean, there's some of the people, some of my friends that play games with me alongside me that you've seen in other videos don't always take interest in these type of games. They mostly take interest in the fast-paced games or the action-paced games or something that offers a little bit more than just your walking about to point A to point B. Some of them prefer like your action games and such, which is fair, you know, and I can understand that, and it's all cool and that. Me, I've because I've been playing like games since I guess since when I was a wee lad, I guess. Since I was young, I and because I've seen the games change from being just your basic platformers to your 2D stuff and such like that, going all the way into your 3D realms, into something big and immense and such. Because I've been around the changes of those games and actually played all those things, I've actually learned to not only adapt to them. Oh, sorry about the shaking. Not only learn to adapt to them, but also learn to play these different styles of games and actually go and give them a chance, give them a try and such like that, and so forth and so on, see if they are my cup of tea in it. And most of the times, they have been my cup of tea and such like that. These games, I definitely 100% blame Danny Jade Diamond for getting me into these games. She's the one I blame for sparking off my dinosaur fever again, you know, because she's into her dinosaurs, and I remember being into my dinosaurs when I was a kid, and it was that side of me that I had forgotten for a while until I started talking to her, and she actually sparked that up again. And it's actually nice to get that feeling again, because it actually reminds me of my youth again, reminds me of when I had all the dinosaur posters and such, had all the info things and such, and it's like, yeah, it just brings me back to all those times, you know, when I was you know, just a young boy, you know, enjoying that and such. Wait, I need to eat that. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of like almost like a nostalgia trip for me when it comes to talking with her about the dinosaur stuff and all that lot, because it reminds me of my youth and such. But yeah, but as for me getting into these games in general and such like that, yes, like I said, she's also part of the reason why I got into these survival dinosaur games. But also, I also think it's due to the fact that I've been surrounded by all these different games and actually played all these different games, and I've been pretty much, I guess, brought up on different varieties of games. So I've actually learned to adapt and gotten used to it and such like that. Yeah, it's taken a while to eat. I guess I've been walking long enough to actually leave myself starved. How far do I need to go on this? Oh, that far. Excuse me. That's really far. Can I actually get down? I don't know, it might be a long video. Is that my waypoint? Yes, it is. Wait, where am I? Oh, heck. Wait, where is my arrow? Oh, wait! I'm over here. That's fine. I'm not that far. That looks like a cliff there. No, it's not. It's a valley. Yeah, this is what I like, seeing all the fog and such like that. That's actually quite nice. I think that might be a... Nope, it's not a cliff. It's only a little ledge. Do I take a chance? No, chances are... I don't know if I want to... Well, I may as well not take a chance. There's something here that might be able to get... No, I'm not going to take a chance. Because last time I thought, yeah, take a chance, be a good idea. And you all saw the end result of that one. Also, when I get there... What was that? Yeah. Oh! Idiot me. I spooked myself out with my own bloody footsteps when I was walking in the sludge part or the water part. That reminds me, I'm going to need to get some water, so I may need to top up on that. In that case, take a detour, get some water, because that's getting low. Actually, where I'm going, would there be water near there? We'll find out, won't we? Big breaths. Oh look. I might as well get a sip here. Well, it's going to be more than a sip, it's going to be quite a few gulps. Gulp, 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 gulp. Speaking of gulping, don't mind me while I have a drink of water myself. In real life. Okie dokie. Oh, looks like I got myself topped up more than this guy. This guy still needs himself to be topped up. Right, now I'm full. Now the only thing I'll probably have to worry about is my food. But... Oh, wait, was that berries? Yes, it was. Well. At least finding food in this game is not so hard, so I'm actually quite glad about that. Although, the carnivores, I know with some of them they can eat fish, but not all of them, I suppose. And I'm willing to bet that some of them will need to hunt down for other players to actually get some meat, which can be very challenging. So hence why I can see why people would be herbivores. But however, that's the challenge of the game. If you want to find food, you've got to hunt down other players, then, well, I guess that's how the survival world works, eh? I'm not going to lie, even though I said this before, that it's either survival or be killed in these games, but I do feel pretty bad when I do actually take down a player and actually eat off their corpse and such. Because it's like, oh, they spent the time growing out. I really feel bad for them and such. But at the same time, it's how the game works. You know, you got to survive. And it's either you, like I said, either kill or be killed, and that's how it usually works in the game. But however, if you're in a group of people, it's always good to work as a group team and such like that. But if you do take down another player and such, don't feel bad about it. Just give yourself praise and say, you know what, I did well and such. And if the player gets mad about it, then I know it's easy said than done. Just switch off from it, you know, and just focus on what you got to do in the game. Because 9 out of 10, that player's just probably just angry at the fact that he or she spent a lot of hard time with that dinosaur and such, and just probably just ticked off and such that. And then after a while, once they calm down, they would start breathing and go, you know what, I'll just grow this again, and I'm going to, you know, do better next time. So it'll be a learning curve for them. Look at it that way. You'll be teaching them something. You'll be teaching them, like, you know, to learn not to let the same mistake happen twice. So you'll be teaching them something as they'd be teaching you. And if they were to take you down and you were to feel, you know, angry about it and such, that just first take 5, like I said, get a drink, as I said in the last videos and such. But also look at this way, see it as a learning curve, you know. They're teaching you something, you would do the same thing back, you know. So don't take it personally, don't take it to heart. I mean, after all, if you just spent your time just growing in this game and not being challenged by other players or not being challenged by other creatures, then, if you want my opinion, that's going to make the game. Well, if you're not going to be met with challenge, let's just put it this way: it would be a pretty boring game if you just didn't have no challenge, you know. And I will look at it this way: the players are like your challenge; they are the ones that you've got to overcome. That's how I look at it as. And the best example I can give is Star Trek Online. I used to be weak as anything on that game, and I'm not exactly the best on that game. I mean, I'll get my backside worked by the other players and such, and sometimes I win a few games in that, but at the same time, I'm like, you know, I learn from those other players. I learn from the players who actually beat me, and they actually do help me out and such. I mean, like the 2 girls on there, like Rachel on there. I mean, you know, they all help me and make me learn, you know. And that's what the other players can do here on these type of games, you know. Instead of just getting angry, you know, learn from the other players, and if you actually beat them, you know, help them and teach them a few things, you know. I can understand, you know, have a little bit of rivalry here and there, but sometimes offer a little helping hand also is a nice gesture. But anyway, yeah, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. But yeah, I actually enjoyed doing that. I've done 2 missions, so that was good. I also yacked on a lot as well. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. I enjoyed playing as the Stegosaurus, and I look forward to playing more of this actually. I think I might have found what else I could do. Maybe I could just actually focus on the quest. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, don't hold me to the next dinosaur video on Fridays and that, because like I said, Ed, I do have plans to do another game like Final Fantasy X. I said I will do that. But however, if you do have any suggestions, and feel free to let me know in the comments section, and I'll gladly look at them and see what I can do. But until then, you'll take it easy, and peace out.